Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Black Ice with me, of Biomega, an Empire of Japan. So we are literally just a few weeks away from attacking China. Today we are going to start with reinforcing the Soviet border, which is 28 days, and then all that's left is Marco Polo Bridge Incident, 14 days. So yeah, 6 weeks to go. We must respond to the continued Soviet provocation along our northern frontier. Their incessant violations of the established Manchurian borders can no longer be tolerated. Mass forces in northern Manchuria to discourage future transgressions. So, we increase world tensions by 1 against just the Soviets. We get an attack bonus against them 10% and defense bonus against them for 75 days. Increase board achievements by 1. Well, that's really just not what we're gonna do, because all of our forces are actually somewhere else. We left 2 cavalry divisions out there, not really a striking force. But the rest of our forces seems to be, yep, you're fully trained now and ready to be deployed. Our forces here are also ready there. We're gonna drill them. You guys are defending against incursions from Vladivostok, and our tanks are fighting here against the enemy, trying to encircle the forces that are defending Madrid, and we're actually doing a great job at that. A really great job, to be quite honest. Yep, we got it. So Madrid is now encircled. Wait, what are you doing right now? I was thinking, yeah, you're passing here, which is right. And okay, never mind. Can you join in here? No, we really can't. That's just dumb. We really don't do any good to anyone there. So, raid local supplies, unfulfilled import request, and we're still not. Yeah, I think we're just gonna lower the production here and save on the factories, because we are really not doing anyone any favors with this. I was hoping it would work, but no one is buying our steel. And we're just wasting factories on that. Yeah, we got way more factories now. Hold on though, 22nd of November. Yeah, we need to finish this airfield pronto for the 1st of October. Just make sure that we have everything in place at the start of the conflict, because I don't want to be left unchecked. Okay, only 540 transport trucks. Amphibious equipment is being delivered. So we're in a good shape. It's really just the transport trucks that are bothering us, and that's because of the organization needs for the tanks. Mediation arranged for Nicaragua and Honduras. Following Nicaragua's complaint to the League of Nations about the treatment of Nicaraguans and the frontier dispute with Honduras, the United States, Costa Rica, and Venezuela stepped forward to offer their mediation services. Recognizing the importance of finding a peaceful resolution to the boundary controversy, these countries extend their support to facilitate a pacific solution between Nicaragua and Honduras. The United States, Costa Rica, and Venezuela expressed their commitment to promoting diplomacy and dialogue as a means of resolving disputes. With a genuine interest in regional stability and the well-being of the involved nations, they believe that mediation can contribute to a peaceful settlement that respects the rights and interests of both parties. By offering their services as mediators, the United States, Costa Rica, and Venezuela aim to create a conducive environment for constructive negotiations. Their intervention seeks to foster open communication, mutual understanding, and the exploration of potential compromises to bring about a satisfactory resolution to the boundary controversy. The international community, including the League of Nations, will closely monitor the progress to the mediation efforts, hoping for a positive and peaceful resolutions that promote stability and a good relation between Nicaragua and Honduras. Okay, so we're moving to place, and we're gonna launch an attack over here when we can. Now let me just check, did you guys get... Yeah, you have your goal. Communist coup in Ecuador. The Ecuadorian army has overthrown the conservative government of Federico Paez. The country's new president and Army Chief Alberto Enriquez Gallo has pledged to better conditions of the workers. Jungle warfare equipment. Actually, I'm interested in how much better does that make their performance. Movement, attack, and defense. Actually, that's pretty good. We're gonna make good use of that. So there's an attack already going, and we can throw our lot behind that. Yeah, look at how well we're performing. Breakthroughs on the 6th. We're gonna make China weep. They won't have much of a chance to do anything. Okay, finished. Another 2 ships of the Asashio class. So let's assign them to our primary fleet. Actually, you know what? You're gonna be assigned to the 2nd fleet. And we'll put... How many cars do we have? 6? No, just 3. So that means I can put... Let's actually send 2 of you there. So that we have a bit of a distribution. We'll have to look really closely on our trade of food and fuel before the war starts. Because we'll need to make sure that we have everything in order. Okay, this is being finished. We push them out. Okay, there's another province over here that we can immediately attack. I'm aware that we're amassing casualties actually from the fighting too. It's not that I don't know that, but well, there's a river crossing here, so let's not do that. When they get in here, you guys can move here and attack this way. Just the final touches before the war starts. Okay, 33 command power, which will allow us to give some more seasoned spotter. Okay, that's fine. And veteran spotter, cruiser captain, heavy cruiser damage, and light cruiser. That's interesting. Search. Well, let's do that. It's actually not a bad thing. I'm gonna build a couple of cruisers and I plan to distribute them evenly to the fleets, so it's not as if it's something that we don't want to have. Okay, so one of the level of the airfield has been finished, which should allow us to move in 100 more aircraft, which is actually exactly what we wanted. I think we can move in 150, and do we have any more in here? No. The plan was to send these guys. So we're gonna have 150 close air support and 150 light fighters. Should be more than enough for us. Yeah, the range is not great, but they'll manage. They'll manage. And once we finish this one, we're gonna start importing tons and tons of fuel to top off our situation. Okay. Join in on the fighting. Nice, we're fighting against our German brothers again. Literally decimating the enemy here. They do have a lot of units here, but not even the Soviet unit is perform. Wow, we're almost as good as the German Panzer Division. That is actually the highest praise I can think of. Yep, we are really decimating them. Madrid is probably going to fall soon. Reinforcing the Soviet border is gonna be done soon. Historical achievements, historical achievements. We got 5, they got 4, so it's fairly even. Yep, we got them. Okay, we're not really that good when it comes to defense though. Though you can see that we are really hurting them. And if they send in any forces, we're gonna take them out. Yeah, the forces in Madrid are just gonna die soon. Okay, Freon refrigeration is done, which should lower the decay, but I don't see any effect, unfortunately. So, fuel refining. It's gonna be one hell to get. Advancement in chemical cracking allows for better yield of light fuels from oil. So fuel gain per oil and from refineries plus 10%. Might not seem like much, but we're really gonna go all the way down here. This one is gonna be probably purely dedicated to that, because we really need to get better fuel efficiency. We'll be stressed for oil more and more, and without oil, there's nothing. I wonder how long before Madrid crumbles. So the Soviet border has been reinforced, and the Marco Polo Bridge incident is upon us. The Empire of Great Japan is poor in resources, but our neighbors are not. We must take from them what we lack, and only require an excuse to begin doing so. Such an excuse could be provided by a few enterprising soldiers, after which the Emperor will have no choice but to ascend to war, no matter how well prepared. That's ominous. So we'll finish this Kantoshu airbase, and I'll dedicate at least 10 more factories to oil imports, and I'll dedicate a bunch to food imports as well, because that is something that we need to think about now. Okay, so let's start importing. Wait, is United States giving us... No, they're not. Okay, so we're importing 18 factories. Will we be able to get it from some other place? I don't think so. Once we get blockaded, that's just it. Wait, what? Why are you giving us only 7, Venezuela? Well, that really isn't what I wanted to see, but oh well. Okay, 42 doesn't matter, and food. We're importing quite a lot from Germany. That's kind of interesting. So let's start importing more. Small treaty. One of the most noble tasks is to make a country look good abroad. Bilateral friendship treaties are a popular diplomatic means to achieving this. It requires resources, especially in these times. The good news is that one such accord is ready to be signed with the Spanish Republic of all. Okay, so we're importing heavily now. I think I'm actually gonna dedicate 10 more factories to imports. No, we have to milk United States for all that it's worth while we can, because we really need all of the fuel that we can get. Okay, attack here. The International Conference on the Repression of Terrorism. The International Conference on the Repression of Terrorism was held from November 1st through to 16th, 1937 in Geneva, Switzerland. The conference was attended by representatives of various countries and organizations, including the League of Nations, and was convened in response to the growing threat of terrorist activities across the world. The conference was divided into 3 main sessions, during which various issues related to terrorism were discussed and debated. These included the definition of terrorism, the causes of terrorism, and the measures that could be taken to combat it. The conference also discussed the legal and political aspects of terrorism, including the role of international law in combating terrorism, the jurisdiction of national courts in prosecuting terrorists, and the rights of victims of terrorism. The conference resulted in the adoption of a Convention for the Prevention and Punishment of Terrorism, which set out a comprehensive legal framework for combating terrorism. The Convention defined terrorism as a criminal act directed against a state and intended or calculated to create a state of terror in the minds of particular persons or the general public. It also established a range of measures for preventing and punishing terrorism, including the extradition of terrorists, the seizure of terrorist assets, and the imposition of severe penalties for terrorist activities. However, many states within and without the League of Nations. Within and without the League of Nations refused to ratify the agreement due to extradition clause giving it limited value. Well, yeah, that's how it usually works. Is it night? Yeah, it's night. That's why we're performing so poorly. Okay, and I paused it because I wanted to... Oh! We finished a Tony-class cruiser. Nice. So which navy could use it? You got 4 battle cruisers and 6 heavy cruisers. You got 2 battleships and 4 cruisers. And you got 4... Wow! Turns out it should be probably the primary fleet, the first one. How are we doing on the upgrades? Yeah, the first batch is going to be done soon. That's great. It's going to improve our performance significantly. So while you're fighting there, the Air Force, is it ready? It is ready. Yep. Let me just look into this. So you are a puppet. Yes. You and Erica starts playing. Of course it does. Okay, we're gonna start working in here. You will be doing the close air support. You will be fighting for air superiority. I don't think these fighters can do anything. Yeah, at this point it's just too far. These bombers though. The white fighters can fight to Minzan and get air superiority here. And I think the bombers can start their strategic bombing. I mean, it would make more sense to do it in Huguang or somewhere, but I don't think we'll be okay with doing that. You can't do strategic bombing, but you can do naval strikes in here. So let's make sure you are ready with that. Okay, go, go, go. 15, 15. Well, how's the truck situation? 443. That's the only thing that we're missing, right? Yeah. Have we finished the factory yet? No, but once we do, I'm gonna assign more factories to the truck one, the truck production line. 3.8 per day. Nice. How many have we finished? Okay, 1. So let's send 2 more to refit. This is really heavy fighting here. How much time do we have? Not much, 8 days. And we're not ready with the attrition, but I'm gonna save all the experience that we have Let me just check the equipment for now. Did we switch everything? I got a ton of light artillery, but I don't think it's enough for us to assign it here. That's way too little, isn't it? Yeah. So artillery will need to be stockpiled more. We get a decent amount of horse transports, infantry guns, infantry equipment, garrison equipment is piling up, uniforms, machine guns, jungle warfare, cavalry, armored cars. What about the pack artillery? 152. Would that be enough to distribute to our cavalry units? It would. Okay, so we can actually do that. And I might even want to give them something else. We don't have enough cavalry equipment, but we do have a ton of armored cars. And the tankettes. If we wanted to do the tankette recon, we can't do that, right? Yeah, we don't have enough tankettes. Well, okay, that's gonna have to wait. Engineering company would give them a big boost to defense, but what would that require? Manpower, infantry equipment, field uniforms, sport equipment. And what about if we gave you the armored cars? That would increase your fuel demand. But we have we have exactly everything else that we need. But no, let's just give them the pack artillery for now. I don't think there's anything else that will really help them too much. The combat engineers would be great, but they would slow them down. So let's just give them the pack artillery, so that will make them slightly stronger. I mean, they're never gonna be very strong, but at least they'll have a bit more oomph. And the tankettes needs to be finished. We're upgrading them en masse. Yeah, 7.44 per day. Okay, only 80 are left, so we'll start producing soon, which will take a chunk of the engine production. But oh hey, I forgot about this. But we can then put 2 more factories over here. We'll have enough for that. What the hell took... Oh no, it's just the... gotcha. We do have enough. I was worried that we don't. Trucks, light vehicles, sport equipment, recon. Yeah, we're ready. We're almost ready. The trucks are gonna come soon. My original plan to have, what was it, 2 more divisions available at this point just went to hell. But what can you do? That's just always happening. Can you join the fight? Definitely can. The Hindenburg disaster. The German passenger ship Hindenburg was destroyed today while attempting to dock at the Lakehurst Naval Air Station in the United States. For reasons not yet determined, the airship was engulfed in flames and crashed to the ground, claiming 35 lives. Due to the scarcity and expense of helium and the US ban on exporting it, the Hindenburg, like all German passenger airships, was ultimately engineered to use hydrogen, which provides greater lift but is also flammable. With public faith shaken by the disaster and the rise of much faster passenger aircraft, this could spell the end of the era of airships. It's still such a weird thing for me that airships existed. It's just, I cannot imagine it. I'm always reminded that that's the case, but it's just such a weird thing to see. And here we go. Marco Polo Bridge incident. Chinese authorities claim that the brutal point has been reached in regards to our unwarranted aggression towards China. Our demands for reparations have been refused, and there are reports of Japanese nationals coming under attack in Shanghai. If we need an excuse to deal decisively with the Chinese, this is it. Plus 15% more support. We declare war. They gain border chaos, which gives them huge penalties. And that's that. We declare war. And I think I didn't even read the description. The Empire of Great Japan. Oh no, we did. We did. Okay. Severe Sino-German ties. That's an interesting one. But it's not the one that we're gonna go with. Anyway, with the declaration of war, we can move back to our own development, and we're gonna go with rationing. The government introduces a system of stringent rationing that in addition to food includes clothes, nails, needles, bandages, shoes, sake cooking oil, tire tubes, and many other items. Lowers the consumer goods factories by 4%, which will actually give us quite a lot. We are 21% of our... Okay, so 21%, so that's about 1/5. We might get even something like 15 factories. That's actually not bad at all. So, yet another ship can go to be refitted. We can send you free. 40 days to complete per one, and we can actually start our campaign. So, let me just issue all of the orders. We have... Okay, these are scouts. I need to change, and the color is just so hideous. Let's give them a light blue sheen. That's nice, and we're gonna call this the Scout. No, let's call this the Communication and Spotting Fleet. And just Spotting Fleet. It's gonna be Japanese, Japanese Light Fleet. And we're gonna have Light Fleet 1, Light Fleet 2, and Light Fleet 3. And your goal is gonna be to patrol here, here, and here. You will automatically split off when you're in conflict. Repair priority is high, and you will engage. You will not engage. Or engage at low risk. Yeah, let's engage at low risk. We will have you serve as the main battle fleet for these two areas. So you're going to be the strike force. You will be the... No, hold on. Stay in the port. You will be the strike force for these two. And you will be the strike force. You still need to get these carriers in order. You will be the strike force for these two. So the primary fleet is gonna patrol all three areas, while the second fleet will patrol 2, and the third fleet will patrol these. They will strike in these areas, as reported by our main light fleets. The submarines are located where? Where did I put them? I think I put them to Taiwan, didn't I? Yeah. So you will do convoy raiding in these 5 areas, and we'll see if there are any supplies coming to China via sea. And the mine layers, you are gonna stop with this, and you will start laying mines in these 3 areas. Now our Air Force, you guys are already engaging, and it's good, but we still need the puppets to declare the war, because at this point we cannot do it. Volunteer forces are coming back. It's gonna take them a month to get back. Jesus Christ. Oh well. The question is, do we want to send our Riku Sentai now? I think we have a... Yeah, we have a naval supremacy that's way surpassing anything they can put together. But I think I'm gonna wait for them to move their forces in certain areas. And then we're gonna deal with it. So, did we get into war with more nations, or still just China? Still just China. Yeah, it's gonna fix itself. Hey, and we finished mechanical computing, which gives us the possibility to go with... Oh, this is way ahead of time. So is this one submarine workshops? I would really like to get the civilian works, but that's just... It's just not a priority at this point. Advanced machine tools, but those are all ahead of time. So it's construction free, but electronic computing isn't. So let's go with that one. 128 days for research speed, the bonus of 2%. Mechanical computation machines are slow and may suffer from bugs when their parts get stuck or slip. If we develop electronic components for our computing machines, they will run more efficiently. This will speed up all other research projects. Construction of those machines capable of advanced differential analysis will radically change what sort of machine-assisted calculations can be made. So let's start the research, and on the note we're gonna end the episode. And in the next one, the invasion of China is gonna happen. So join me then.